lovely so far. Looking forward to seeing what happens next. We had the most insane boss fight I've ever seen. Like, the end of the last episode has blown my fucking mind, dude. I am genuinely so impressed. A 4-stage freaking boss fight? Are you kidding me? Okay, Square. You know, they know exactly what they were doing. Again, I've been saying this through our playthrough, but thank you again to Square Enix for gifting us this gorgeous game to play. We love the Square Gods. Claps for the Square Gods. We love them. We stand. We've been playing so many Final Fantasy games over the last, like, 6 months. It's been so amazing to play this one as well. And yeah, thank you, Square. Thank you for the hookup. Appreciate it. Let's get into some Final Fantasy XVI though. Let's do it. Dude, that boss fight might be boss fight of the year, dude. I don't know. That felt like a freaking Souls fight. There was so much going on. I was, like, blown away. Cool, so we are back at the hideaway. That's where we're up to at the moment. There is extra content and things in the side quests, so I will be doing those. But all the hunts and stuff, you have to kind of seek them out. I'm not as crazy. Not as crazy about the hunts. My priority will be on doing the main story, and the side quest and is kind of taking a little bit of a backseat on this one. Oh, I don't know. Let's have a look-sees. Titan has been channeled. Dude. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. I love my Phoenix abilities that little bit more, so my primary focus is going to be upgrading them. Press X while in air. Tried that. And charged magic. I'm not really using that much. Oh, okay. Fireblade, yes. And X square to slice down. Okay, I'm gonna try those out. That looks fun. Can't backseat if you didn't have a seat. There is actually a seat behind me. Annabelle's been backseating this whole time. I'm just,
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
yeah, I've been freaking backseated this entire time. Who would have guessed it? There actually is a seat behind me.
Clive, you're back.
I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more.
Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stall
You can't see it much these
saying
days.
Drake's fang had fallen.
We're trying to
I
keep
expect that was your doing as well,
Annabelle away
was
from
it?
Aya. Oh
It's
my god, dude.
a long story.
Aya's been trying
One
to
for
eat
the
Annabelle
history
lately.
books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back.
Like any plushie that's around Aya,
better.
it's free game,
I
dude.
feel it. Which
Any
means
toy?
I'm coming
Oh,
on your
God.
next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Aww.
Otto,
Cute.
any word on the Royalist movements since I've been away?
Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian.
Thank you.
Vivian?
I will.
Vivian, hello. Vivi.
Ah,
the conquering hero returns.
I do like her jacket
And with
though.
hardly a scratch
I
on
love a
him.
structured blazer.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important.
Can you please
scent.
scold me?
The scent of Waludas.
The very
No,
same.
the audacity to ask
Whatever
me
plans
to
Kupka was
scold
hatching with the
you.
royalists,
Shame.
he took them to his grave. As did
You're
his
fine.
men,
You're fine. Well, that's such a random
slaughtered by
request.
the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in storm before.
Scold the
The
question asking
Waludas
to
must
be
have ferried
scolded.
them over from Ash, but why?
Thanks for the
Why
follow.
work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall?
Hope you're having a great
It
day.
makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture
So
is
it's not going to be a
there
regular
than my
thing.
map?
Not a regular thing. No king shaming, but don't think that's going to be a regular
The
thing.
kingdom of
I'm just
Waloed
sarcastic
claims
and Australian.
dominion
That's all
over
it is.
all of Ash. It is a nation
Sarcastic
forged
Aussie.
by the
At
bloody
your service.
conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle
Scolding is
rages
like
for
pouring hot
control
water.
of the
Prepare to
crystalline
be
dominion.
burned.
Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waluda standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when.
Broden.
And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot?
Broden. Let's go.
In summary,
Yeah,
I know not to what end
not
the royalists betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case.
Oh, I
The
can vouch for
people of
that.
the hideaway
I can
must
vouch for
hear
that.
the news. Justice has been done.
Burns, man.
Hugo
They hurt.
Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw. Especially
like
for
second
those
degree,
who
third
lived
degree
with
burns,
Sid the
dude.
longest. Tell them that
They take
those
ages to
wounds
heal.
might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say?
Oh, Donnie's
I
a
am
man.
only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
And Donnie's just like, I am pain. What do you mean? I am pain. Yeah? Jill! Where's Jill?
It's good to have you back. I was worried.
Oh. Okay. Okay, there's something there, and it pisses me off that they're not doing anything about it. Oh, Karen.
Someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen.
Oh.
It's true.
Yeah, my
Cuckoo is
sister.
dead.
She didn't burn it from water, but she got third-degree burns from
No more
concrete
looking over our
when
shoulders,
she was
then.
cleaning. She wasn't wearing
Good.
like the right shoes,
Start
and
to
she
get a crick in my
slid,
neck.
dude, and
Don't let
it
it
took
go
the
to your
skin
head, though.
like right off. It was like that's why I'm like, yeah, burns. Seeing her recovery time and like how painful it was for her. For the record, like KIMMYDNC has like a very high pain tolerance. Like I'm pretty like low to medium when it comes to my pain tolerance. She's like very she doesn't say anything unless it's really bad, and seeing her like struggle was rough.
Blackthorn,
So yeah, be careful,
do you
man.
have a moment?
Be safe out there.
is it?
Wear the
Busy?
right shoes. Don't just wear shoes
I
for
wanted to tell
fashion.
you that
Wear stuff that's
Hugo
like,
Cooper is dead.
practical. Especially when you're at work. It's not worth it, man.
I can't tell you
Gotta look after
how long
yourselves.
I've been waiting to hear those words.
Just health first, always. Health and
This is it
well-being.
then. A new beginning
Yeah, dude.
under a
Yeah.
new Sid.
I'll try to
Yeah,
live up to the
super. I
name.
can definitely relate. Like, we ended up doing like a little staycation, and it hurt her so much, and just I tried to distract her just like a little bit from the pain, but yeah, like the skin, like this is okay. Sorry, trigger warning for those that like aren't into like a gore or like anything, but like her skin wasn't healing over properly, so it was like exposed for like a month. It just wouldn't heal over properly. She had to have like so many different ointments and medications for it. It just like, oh. Graphics or frame rate mode for this? I feel like for me personally playing, focusing on graphics makes it run smoother, but I feel like for you, I don't know, for players watching, I feel like frame rate would be better. I think. Because watching it playback, I don't know if it's like bad for you guys. Like it looks fine for me. Does it look like bad for you guys? Being at 30 or you just like don't mind? You have a bit of motion blur versus say if I go back and oh no, I want that versus frame rate. See what I mean? How it like gets stuck a little bit. That's why I don't play on frame rate, because it drops frames. Like it skips around a lot. So although it might look prettier for you guys, technically, it's not a smooth playing experience for me. Yeah. So when people go, it's not, why you get it at 30 FPS? I'm like, well, I literally can't play it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't play with all the skips and stuff.
Ah, Clive.
It just
Have you
like
come seeking the
messes
gift
with
of
me so
knowledge?
much.
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo
Graphics mode
Cooper
is
dead.
better for me. I would recommend that.
Oh, my.
Frame rate, it kind of jumps in specific
Really
sections
true?
between 45 and 60. It doesn't stay
Look,
like
he's
consistent at
crying.
60. Whereas 30, it's pretty consistent.
He
It's
is.
just got a little bit of motion
Big
blur.
baby.
Just depends on what you
And
want,
with good
your
reason,
playthrough.
children.
what
Peace
you
and tears of
prioritize.
joy.
But it really
We
messed
must
with me
offer
being a
up a
frame
prayer
rate.
to your parents
Like, it
and
just
let them
irks me.
With us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go,
Yay!
put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Yeah, literally, just the graphic story.
A new dawn has
Yeah.
broken.
It does.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
You guys have had some really crazy stories for me
Hippocrates.
today. They've not been like
After
happy
Kuka
memories at
fell,
all. They've all just been like people
Ultima
like Me getting
came
like
to me.
bitten in the face.
I need to know what he is.
Sis getting a 3rd-degree burn.
Have you learned anything?
There's kind of been
Alas.
graphic stories, not gonna lie.
No,
Sorry about that.
and
We'll talk
not
about
for
happy
want of
things,
trying.
like bunnies.
I have
And
scoured nigh
cows.
every historical tome in our collection and found nothing.
I just wanted to
Not even the sort of conspicuous
Pretty much.
absence that might suggest a concealment of
something
fact.
like that.
One is almost tempted to conclude that such
Hey,
a creature never
Tomesy.
existed.
Hey, Tomesy, can we wrap
But
it
I
up?
saw him
Tomesy?
with my own eyes.
Very nice.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Ultima with the strats, though?
Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
Hey, Tomesy, how's my
How good it is
intelligence?
to see you, Clive. I have a few new notes that might interest you.
He's my adventures mate.
There is a rather fascinating excerpt I've been meaning to show you.
The Holy Order of the Shields, the official name of the Order of the Knights, established in the Imperial province of Rosaria, who persecute and purge bearers and those who shield them. Commonly known as the Black Shields of the color of their armor, a hue seemingly chosen to differentiate a new elite order from the silver-clad dragoons. Unlike the heroic dragoons, however, they are feared and loathed throughout the Imperial province. Ugh, Annabella, I can't read on. Sorry, I don't want to read about this freaking lady with skewed values and a questionable moral compass. I just don't want to call her a bitch. Like, how do I insult her without like just like outwardly just going like, bitch, you know? Just Annabella's just not a very kind-hearted person. The capital city of Haran, or the Iron Kingdom, located on the boiling sea island of Ironhome, several hundred leagues off the western coast of Rosaria. Its the name means charred rock. Okay, cool. Means charred rock. Drake's Eye, Mother Crystal, which stood in the frozen wastes of the Northern Storm, lands now lost to the Blight. Soon after the Mother first fell, the tribes of the North, in a bit of desperation, marched south into Rosaria, Shivas dominant at their fore. A terrible battle ensued in which fire was pitted against ice, but eventually the Phoenix and the Ducal armies succeeded in driving back the invaders for a time.
What subject shall we consider today?
Oh yeah, I basically just like share the stories. It's like, chat, don't be
true.
stupid.
I heard it from Otto's
Don't be
own lips.
stupid.
Hugo Kupka is
I make all of these mistakes. And I just don't make the same ones, basically.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
Like the dog story, like the dog biting me, that happened because Popper had a possessive nature
So,
and was
the
jealous of
professor's got a soft
young
side,
children
has she?
getting more
I'd never have
attention.
guessed.
So it's kind of like, okay, just address that
No.
with your puppies. Don't let them become
She was
possessive.
right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the
Teach
news.
them good qualities.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone.
That Popper
I
didn't
can
have
think
to
of
be
plenty
like
of friends
that.
back at the old
I
hideaway
feel like if
who'd
it was
sleep
trained
more
differently, the Popper
peacefully for
wouldn't have been
knowing.
like that.
Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
Truly.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you.
She's been going at it hammer and tong down in that
Aw,
workshop of
Ned.
hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Ouch, man. Bro. Oh gosh, can't even imagine. Hate blisters, man, especially when they pop. Oh, bleh.
I think Mid might need some help.
Oh, and the story with my sister as well, getting her third-degree burns. That's purely when you're in a hospitality setting. Your shoes have to be on point. Like, yes or yes. If you're working on a specific type of floor, if you're cleaning, you need specific shoes to keep safe. Literally, that's all it is. It was her first day of her new job. She was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get shoes tonight. She didn't have her new shoes prepared in time. And so she just went in with normal, like, shoes with no grip. And yeah, she was out for 2 weeks and she struggled through for the next 2 months while her wounds were healing. It was so bad, dude. So
All right,
bad.
Clive?
I think it was
What do you
6
want?
months before it was like
I'm
fully
going to
healed.
visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Gotta look after yourselves,
Displacement
guys.
stack. Here.
And this is for...
This guy has a story.
Only
That's true
the
too.
fastest,
Some not always
finest
as nice
ship
as
the
others,
world has
but
ever
a story
seen.
nonetheless.
The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together.
Isn't
Which
Mid another
is
character
where the stack comes
in the
in.
Final Fantasy franchise?
I may have already
Memory?
talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building
In
it
Final
here.
Fantasy 4?
Thing is, it's so
Isn't it
involved
Sid and
that
Mid who
I'm
work on
running
the
behind
ships?
and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to
Nice.
Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
Dang. We're getting a ship.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
I name it Ragnarok.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Excalibur. Lionheart. The Tunny of Berries. Oh, the burning gave you a fever as well? Oh, dude. Donnie, I hate that, man. When vacations are ruined by that. Frick, man. Blisters, sunburns, they just ruin it, man. Yeah, I'm not like, Bond, James Bond, I'm Barry. Tonberry. That would actually elicit more of a response, I'm gonna be honest.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
I make business cards.
Hell with it.
It's for Mid.
Tonberry.
This my last
Hey,
chance to
this
say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache.
And it's
Go
just
on
like a
then.
lantern.
What is it
on the
this
card.
time?
She said you would know. Here.
Krieger's teats.
Oh, big job.
Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy though. and I'll need help. Get Gav and Otto in here, will you?
All right.
Yes, sir.
Ooh,
So Mid's
both
roped
your
us
friends
all in
into
here
this.
again, isn't she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them.
Yo,
Now,
True,
there's
welcome
a special kind of
in.
sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy.
Ooh,
Stardust, they call it.
nice. I gotta go
As
there
for the
anyway.
rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand collecting the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Yes, sir.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, and we can get this over with.
Enough steam. Oh, my auto mod's pretty strict. It just makes it easier on the mods. I'd rather have like the auto mod like strict and we can all just kind of like vibe and just hang out. And the Ben Hammer doesn't happen
You
as
going after
frequently
the
that way.
Stardust then, are you? Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
I've been in Discord, you need to try with Aya. Oh my gosh. I'm scared. Otto, you with me. Oh, come on, Gav.
Gav, you're with me.
Yeah, boy.
All right, then.
Let's go, Gav. I'll protect Gav.
So, where do we find this Stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its
Gav's
banks
my
that you're
boy.
after.
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down past Alamil. I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river. While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff from Blackthorn's supplier. Take care.
You two, eh? Don't go letting them fleece ya.
This is such a banger.
Please me. I like to see him try.
Go, Otto. Go, son. I think
Yeah,
he can
I'm
handle
fine.
himself. Gav needs to be protected at all costs. Mwah. Alright. I'll just quickly see if I can upgrade
Sounds like
anything.
this river we're looking for.
What do you need?
Oh, I need to use the forge, mate.
What do you want?
What am I buying? What am I selling?
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Thanks, mate.
Should last you a good while. Not bad, if I do say so myself. You can thank me later. My best work, but it'll do.
Nice, dude. Oh, you ended up picking Otto? Well, I just want to protect Gav, to be honest. It scares me. He's so frail. Okay, so I've got some stuff there to do. Lost Wing has something here. Game so far has been pretty solid. The boss fights in this, they heat up so well. Like, our last boss
Good
fight
day
had
to you.
4 phases, dude. It was insane. Like, it just had levels and levels and levels and levels. Like, they just went in, dude. I think it's one of my favorite boss fights, maybe of all time. Literally blew me away. Cannot believe it.
Ah,
That was so fun.
Clive. Your timing is exquisite, as always.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village. Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or It may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Well, I am professional. Yeah.
Of course.
Professional trouble seeker at your service.
You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales, and make what you will of them.
All right.
Thank you. Will do. For great justice.
Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I'd better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
Torgal!
Fetch!
Yes, he's so cute! Torgal! So cute. I can't. Oh. Look at down there. I just try and keep things lighthearted here, buddy. This is a little escape. Where you don't have, you can leave your worries at the door for a little while.
What are you buying? You alright, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Can I ask you something? Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out in the woods. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Oh, that. No, sorry, can't help you. I
knows
heard the
that.
rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard, but none of them has seen anything either.
All right. Thanks anyway.
Thank you.
But when can I go on a special errand?
There we go.
Word is, the Black Shields took a hiding from the hands of some bear.
Excuse me. Quentin mentioned strange figures having been sighted near the village. Have you seen anything?
Nah, not me, Gov. I heard the rumours, though. I'm here most days, right next to the gate, and I ain't seen nothing out of the ordinary. Don't worry. Any shady characters try and slip into town this way, and I'll soon come running. And shouting, most likely.
All right. Thank you. You have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scraping metal, like someone sharpening a sword.
Where was this?
In Lorbert's Pass. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it. Screeching out from between the trees. Ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me. And I ain't been back since.
I see. I'll look into it. Thank you. Seems Lorbert's part.
Yeah.
This is our best bet then. What do you say, Torgal?
Let's go,
Shall we
Torgal.
go and investigate?
Okay, there we go. Oh, this forest theme is so good. It's everything.
Let's go.
There you go.
You there. Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape.
Sorry, that's so funny to me.
Shields.
Fuck, he
Here.
saw us.
What the hell are you doing here?
What is it to you?
It's just how he said it. Oh, that was so good. What the frick? Oh, why was that so funny? Fuck, he saw us. Sick him, Torgal. Ooh, son. Oh, son. This dude. This guy is insane. Oh my god. I haven't seen that before. Dang. I just, how do I say it? I think there's a difference there for the most part. Sometimes the mental scars can be a lot deeper, and I don't always feel equipped enough to speak about them, and I don't always feel as comfortable to talk about them because it's not
Why were
always
they
something
here?
that I can relate to.
Are they planning an attack on Lost Wing? I need to warn Quentin.
So it's not coming from a place of like not wanting to talk about it because it's something that's shunned or bad. It's something that I feel like should be with a professional and not me. Like the streamer is not
Good day
a replacement for therapy, you know? To throw, oh, streamer, here's all my trauma and all the things that I'm going through. Some streamers are like very open with mental health and have experienced a lot themselves and do share stories. I definitely know some of my friends who do. But I feel like I get very caught up into it and it starts to bring the mood of the stream
sinister figures?
down.
I
So it's
found
not
some
coming
black
from
shields
like,
hiding
a
near
bad
Lorbert's
place.
Pass.
It's coming from
They're
me
gone
trying to
now.
keep it lighthearted
shields.
and a space that you
The
can kind of
Empress's
leave your
former
worries at the door
bloodhounds,
for a little while and
though
just
they
enjoy
serve
it,
another
you know?
master now.
That's all I can do as a streamer.
One who
I
means
can't
to root
help
out and
all that
destroy
much, but I
both
can
me
create a
and
safe space
those
for
I
you to
care for.
have a good time. you
And
know?
it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare. But if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain. Who did the Black Shield serve now? And why would that person want you dead?
Because I want him dead.
Quentin!
Who?
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lost Wing?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth.
Okay.
I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did in my own small way. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport.
Oh, dang.
I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral. He had my entire family slaughtered, and he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood, my position, the faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him, and slit their throats myself. But the man himself proved an altogether more difficult target. With money and power come protection.
This is a side
so I
quest.
saw that I would need an army of my own.
We would have never found this out about Quentin otherwise.
I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
Why you came to Lostwing?
And everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice. Our wounds are the same. And our cause is the same. We are comrades. And our revenge is already in motion. We know where he hides, how numerous and well-trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first.
I'll take, dude. I'll take. What?
It begins.
Well,
Make ready for war.
I literally just said I didn't shun anyone. I just said unleashing all of your trauma on the streamer isn't really fair, and especially if I'm not like a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not equipped to deal with everybody's trauma. I find that I absorb it personally, and I end up having my mood lowered, which in turn changes, well, it hurts the stream in a way too, because then I'm suddenly sad because I'm feeling a personal connection to someone's trauma and sorrow and loss, you know? It's rough. I'm not... A sunburn is completely different to like someone's trauma. That's completely different. There's a time and a place for it. Some streams, people like totally are chill with it, and they share their traumas and the things that they've gone through. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like it makes me uncomfortable. Makes me uncomfortable. Because I'm trying to create a lighthearted space, and when we talk about topics that are very deep and dark, we stay in that mindset in that space, and it's hard to come out of it. So it's not a shun, it's just to keep things in a positive light as much as possible.
The breadth of the twins.
Because shit happens, man. Like, people go through shit. That's literally life. Like, there's so much negativity out there. Especially with the internet, especially, like, everyone has had negative experiences in their lives, and yeah, I'm trying to create like a space where we don't have to think about that for a little
Looks
while.
like I found the river.
It's not a shun, it's just trying to create a positive environment for people. That's it, straight up it. Streamer is not a replacement for therapy.
Sorry to
And
keep
it's
you,
definitely
Gav.
not the same as a sunburn or a
Late than
blister.
never.
That's
I've had a
uncalled
quick
for, and
scout
that's
about,
not fair to say.
And I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of
something that
this
should be treated
Stardust
with more
stuff
gravity.
as we can. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying about, just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
Race you. I hope that was coherent enough, and that was, I don't know, taken in a way that it was meant to be taken. I hope so. It's not coming from like a bad space or anything. It's just I find that we do end up dwelling on specific subjects for a long time. The chocobos look so serious in this. They're battle chickens. That's what they are. They're rough, man. They're built different. I could try and go in here, actually. There we go. Yeah. Come on, battle chicken. Whoop, woo.
Come on.
Okay, level 31. I feel like you're taking what I'm saying out of context because it doesn't align with your own personal views.
Or will
That's
you be needing
okay.
help with your bags?
That's okay.
Well, I asked her, but... Oh, you tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill
Provided
to
a
handle.
pretty decent
to
reason
ash.
for why, like, I don't tend to talk about like traumas and stuff.
Are there any materials unique to Dalamil?
Strong.
Something which could be
reason
mixed
for
with
why
iron
not.
to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you
If
getting
you
at?
disagree with it, that's like up to you.
You said that
that's-
Lubor
it's
trained you to
something
work
that, like,
iron.
creates a more
Then
comfortable
that's what he'll
environment
expect
for
you
me.
to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle, but a hint.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done for me, but...
Limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now. Besides, I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle.
I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no
Thanks,
trouble
Clive.
finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is bloody made of it.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the forge.
Right you are. I'll see you shortly. So do you crush it up or just throw it in the furnace?
Gather limestone. Okay, so that's all down this way.
My carpet.
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
Oh, hello.
Gone, just like that. And without so.
What's the matter?
What's the matter?
It's my apprentice.
Wrinkles,
He up and
welcome
vanished while
in.
my back was turned. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers.
Sure.
I'll see what I can do.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang.
All right. Then that's where I'll start.
Cool. Come on, Clive. Mush. We must find the baker's apprentice.
Oh, where did all the men have
I know, right? Sounds legit. Dude, a sunburn does not hurt as much as that. What do you? How can you even compare the two? That in itself seems insensitive. A sunburn that can heal versus something that will stay with the person. And I just told you as well that I'm not the person to speak about that kind of thing. Okay? I'm not a substitute for a therapist. That's not cool to put on the streamer. You're gonna have a warning, mate. Seriously.
One rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what Seven
We're
needs.
not comparing traumas. That's not what we're doing. I don't know where you got that from. We literally talked about blisters and sunburns. That's it. That is something that you talk about with a professional. It's not something that you put on a streamer. That's not cool and that's not fair. I told you that I'm uncomfortable and I'm unequipped to talk about that. Please respect my wishes.
Light, meat, and dark. Fresh from the yes, they're quite sorted.
You can talk to the people within your support system. Your a streamer isn't like a replacement for the other people.
Master Lubor says Drake's Fang has fallen.
Someone you can talk to, a friend,
Wasn't sure how
family
much you
member,
need,
a licensed
but I
professional.
hope this is
like,
enough.
You've got so many other people in your life you can talk to. There are so many options
you know
available.
That. You and that merchant boat, she's got quite a gift
It's
for
not
teaching
fair to
that
bring
one.
it onto a streamer who has absolutely no context as well.
Time to see if limestone is the secret weapon we were hoping for.
This isn't being a shun or anti-mental health whatsoever. This is creating a happy space, a safe space, where you don't have to think about it for a little while. It's not cool to trauma dump, mate.
A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalamil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
I only hope Master Lubor agrees.
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting.
Lubor?
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalamil?
I'd like to think so. But what do you think?
What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative.
Nice.
Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalamilla's home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava: know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable. But only
Have
just.
a wonderful day.
I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will.
And please look after yourselves, people. Please look after yourselves.
Thank you. I was wondering, what would you do if you were asked to forge a carving knife?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
Lubor. What a legend.
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though, eh? The spirit of Dalamil had nothing to do
What
with
a
limestone or
legend.
anything much at all. Meaning, I had you run around for no good reason.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters. You'll have a forge of your own in no time.
Aw,
When I
Clive's
do,
such a legend.
I'll craft
Such a
you
great
the
guy.
finest carving knife you have ever seen.
Aw, shucks. Carving out a niche. Completed. GG's. Got a goblin coin. Nice.
Master Lubor
cool.
says Drake's fangs.
I just quickly go to the drawer and then run back. Come on, chicken.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Super cute.
Straight home now.
Okay, I ran into a bounty. Didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. Mate, I hope you're doing okay. I really do.
My blade yet hungers, and so do I. Come. Let us feast on your flesh.
Your feasting days are over. Nice try. Guess we're all ready.
I drink your blood!
Slow.
No, I don't think they'll go back to turn-based. Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna go John Wick on this guy.
Come on.
Dude, the poison. Hold on, Ifrit. Jesus, this is so much fun.
Nice try.
Torgal!
I failed.
Fudge, dude. Oh, he does so much damage. My stuff does nothing to this guy, so that's an A rank. Dang, dude. Oh boy. Dude, this fight is insane.
I saw that.
I'll drink your blood! I'll snap you like a twig!
Nice try.
Fire and
Okay, I've upgraded that so my fire attacks are doing well.
Nice try.
Bit of downtime there.
fire and flame!
There we go. What? Move it. What? Okay, got him. Nice. Good dagger. Oh, missed the second dodge. That's fine. Oh, come on! Ah!
Nice try.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to take more of like an action route because that'll work better. Turn-based is more niche. It's a very specific fan base. They probably will release like retro titles, but I don't know if another Final Fantasy game will be like that. I feel like they're going to be experimenting with different things.
I'll drink your blood! I'll snap you like a twig!
Never mind. Uh-oh. It's coming up.
Nice try.
better. Nice. Okay, get free. Oh, we did it. Nice. I would have timed those burrito attacks, so I'm actually in front of it. Oh god, I'm gonna fall in there.
Too slow. Come on.
No good.
Dude, I freaking healed. What do you mean? What do you mean? I literally healed. Wait, what do you mean, dude? If your comment was removed, that's because it was an auto mod thing. Or it didn't meet guidelines in some way. Like our auto mod is very strict. So if it was removed, it wasn't on you. Or if it was held for review, it's because it's something that's not usually talked about here. I'm not like blocking your comments from going through. I already said my auto mod is quite strict, and it's so then we don't have to stress so much. So it can create a comfortable place for my mods as well, where they can relax.
Nice try. Well done.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I'm glad. Makes me happy that that worked out better for you. Yeah, it was skipping a lot for me. This didn't feel good. Dude, let's just play Devil May Fantasy. Exactly. Game of Thrones edition. You were reading way too far into it. I just want to play games, man. That's it. I don't know nothing about anything. I dropped out of high school, man. I got like a diploma. I'm not like a smart cookie or that much. I can do a couple of boss fights good.
Snap you like a twig.
Not even. Not even. I'm not the person. I have an Annabelle curse doll. I'm obviously a child. Okay, kidding. At heart. At heart. If you were a Game of Thrones character, who would you be though? Who would you be? I feel like I'd be a Stark, but they don't exactly have a great survival rate. Undermine is really crazy stressful. Suck it, dude. Get better, gamer. Get better. Okay, he's beaten me twice already, but still. Get better, gamer. Okay, no, never mind. Never mind. Talk shit. Talk shit and miss. That's how it works. Oh yeah, we're having tendies tonight. There we go, got him. Maybe Arya Stark, because she gets cool abilities. Yeah, because what we were talking about was taking a little, like, tumble at work, having a sunburn on holiday.
Deserve no better.
Still, light-hearted, even though, like, they hurt a little bit. They heal easy. Not the same. Not the same. We made a few leaps in logic to sunburns and physical little accidents be the same as mental health. No, they not. No, they not.
Another crystal.
Search the area. Wait, where can I go? Here. Okay. We gaming and winning? We just won actually our first A rank quest, which I didn't I kind of accidentally came here. I was looking for something else. And I just happened to find a boss here, so you know.
Come on.
The boss. GG's.
Run like the wind.
GG's. We're here. We out here. Oh, dang it, I want you to fly, chicken. Fly, chicken. Okay, what's over here? You know nothing, Clive Rosfield. Who are you?
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I?
Yeah. Sorry.
Time was the sight of the fang used to calm my nerves. But now look at her.
I take it you missed the mother crystal.
I hated her. But she was all I knew.
I mean, I can understand that.
Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her.
Like, just changes.
I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin. But I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. Oh, I loved her, damn it. But now she's gone. She's never coming back. What am I supposed to do? I ask her. How does a shell of a man learn to live again?
Well, that's something I'm going to have to explicitly put in my rules. I've kind of left the rules somewhat vague. It's just like just be a genuinely good human being, or at least a decent human being in chat, and just like not be mean to others, and to just like have a cool, calm time. But I might extend my rules a little bit more to express things more clearly. Remember the good times. Focus on your work.
Focus on the job at hand. Think about what you can do right now.
What use is proofing loaves when... Wait. Perhaps the solution has been in the bakery all along. You've opened my eyes.
Thank you. Back to the bakery, sir.
Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
Yep. Oh, it was more like a comment was made that so Automod, I think, was blocking specific conversations about mental health, and this is from experience. This is from experience, from having this happen in my chat, and essentially allowing. There was one individual who was talking about things that were very grave, and obviously he's gone through a lot, and I'm not like invalidating that at all. Can completely understand, but was using the stream as a means of just like dumping and releasing all of that trauma and angst and anger and everything that he was feeling. The stream isn't the place to do that. A streamer is not a licensed professional.
Ah, there you are.
It's not.
The man who lit a fire under my wayward
It's
apprentice.
not fair to use them as such. There are specific streamers where you can have that open outlet discussion because they've dealt with it themselves. They know someone specifically in that position. They have a personal connection to that topic, and they allow that discussion.
A truly unique creation.
I dare say it is.
Just look at it. A perfect likeness of the Fang herself. Her steepled peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow. True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the Fang without her crater? Why, no Fang at all. And look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt crystals! Master, I have found my purpose. I must use my work here to preserve the memory of the Fang.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks, I'd certainly say you're onto something. Not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have a new delicacy on my hands. I don't know how you did it, but you have my thanks.
Okay.
Now, Dusan, I know you're king, but do you have to use the good salt?
Sorry, Master.
It would make
Yeah, exactly. Like, I find that, especially if you are going through something, personally, like, talking about it more just keeps you in that negative state. Like, that's, at least for me, if I continue to talk about something negative, I just stay in a negative mindset. I find that having that little escape from it where you don't have to think about it is like... And having a little laugh as well and getting out of that helps. At least in my own personal opinion anyway. Just sharing a couple giggles. But also it may trigger a reaction in other people too. It's just... So where it might help some, it might also create triggers of trauma for others. Exactly, yeah. But Buttspot, of course, bringing
so this is
all the sincerity and the
just
respect to the conversation. So yeah, that's a new rule, chat. New rule. No trauma dumping. Read the room, Buttspot. Read the bloody room. I didn't ever think I'd have to make that one a rule. I thought that was kind of implied, but anyway. Well, I guess it wasn't implied. Maybe I should have been clearer with that. That's maybe on my... You know what? That's on me, actually. I'll take the L for that one. That's L streamer. I should have had that in the guidelines to begin with, and our own rules. Is it down there? Where's the other one? Is it up here? No. Hello? Did I miss it down here? Where is it at, though? Is it up here? Where's the materials? The fuck? The hell? I'm gonna find one more Stardust. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Honestly, yeah. I don't even really do that to my besties. I'm gonna be honest. I know it's like good to talk to people about stuff, but like if all of our conversations are all just like us talking about trauma and stuff, I feel like we don't have as many giggles. Even with my bestest of friends, I try and keep that to like small periods to try and like make it less intense. But can we talk about this oasis though, real quick? Segue. Look how gorgeous that is. Look at that cinematic pan. Clive just looking like a Calvin Klein model over here. Gorgeous.
You finished? How much did you get?
Enough.
Yeah, so that's a rule. I didn't think that was going to be a rule, but it does dampen the stream. So that's going to be a rule going forward.
Oh, you win.
Can we talk
That
about
might
the
even
bread
be enough
though?
for old
Dude, that
Blackthorn.
looked damn delicious. Have to
Hey,
say.
before we go, do you mind if we have a chat?
Gav, can we talk about giving Aya treats? Oh, freaking hell. Always. As soon as she's awake, more treats for Aya, yeah. Bro, I love bread. Like a good loaf of like sourdough. Dude, I miss my dad. My dad makes like sourdough and German
Feels like
rye.
ages since we had the chance to talk.
So good.
You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
Fair.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise.
Aw. He's my boy. Go Gav. Go son.
So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you.
I'm gonna cry for my boy, man. Oh, I'm getting emotional here. Gav. I'm actually getting emotional here. What a fucking legend. Get a guy like freaking Gav in your life, man.
Right. That's enough soppy shite for one day. We better get this lot back to Blackthorn before
I'm
he slings
actually,
his
like,
hammer at
tearing
someone.
up. This guy's a legend.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me.
After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Oh god. Actually tearing up. Actually tearing up.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
You didn't expect that. Out of all the places Kim could have gotten teary-eyed, it's Gav saying how much of a home he's found with our crew, you know? Because it's the family you choose as well. Like, you've got the family that you're born to, but then there's the people you meet along the way that mean the most to you, that have your back no matter what. Gav's an OG, and it makes me, like, freaking appreciate Gav, you know? Did you watch any of that hour-and-a-half YouTube video about how you always kill gods at the end of JRPGs? You know what? I am sensing a theme.
Blackthorn needs.
Because it literally happens. Every single time.
Welcome, it's good to have you.
Ah, Saruga, thanks for the raid, bud. Thank you, thank you. What you been up to, Saruga?
Blackthorn. Got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be enough to be getting
Oh,
on
some
with.
Far Cry 6, you were saying earlier.
We
Continuing
should
on the
go
Far
out
Cry.
on maneuvers together more often. You're beat
Thank you,
sneaking
mate.
around
Thank
on
you,
your
thank
tud
you.
all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you
Please
breathing
don't take
down my
that
neck.
outtake.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
You're taking a specific rule that we've just instated personally. It's not something personal. It's creating like a great positive atmosphere.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
And creating a comfortable environment.
He cracked the crystal too.
You're joking.
Oh, dang it. I was hoping there was more stuff here. I really like this wall of memories. I really like it. It's a very, like, lovely touch. Okay, gotta go back to mid. Alright, so gotta go back this way. I was hoping there was gonna be something new there. Because I really like that wall of memories, man. I really like it.
We're seeing troops amassing.
No, L-take, it's just personally, it's my own personal boundaries. Which people are entitled to have. I gotta stand up for myself too. I have to. Because if I just... Sorry, I'll get back to it in a second. If I just like let chat rampant and don't take any reins in, it creates an uncomfortable environment for me too. The reason we have such a great chat is because we have some rules set in place. That's why. And I'm very proud of like the chat and the community that we've grown over the years, because it's honestly top tier, top caliber, finest bottle of wine on the shelf chat. An aged 50-year bottle of red. Finest coffee that Lord Donny would bestow. Tonberry level chat. That's all it is. It's just maintaining great vibes.
Started work on the
That's it.
plating.
Excellent.
And it's not
One
a rule that's
down, two to
uncommon
go.
either.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins. I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all details.
What's her name? Right.
Yeah, look, mate, we can continue this conversation. But I would love to play the video game first. Oh, you woke up Wolfie. See what you did, Super? You woke up Wolfie. What's going on? Super wanted to talk about, I don't even know if I could say the word on YouTube. Some mental health, and we were talking essentially about sunburns. Yep, so we're talking about sunburns and blisters, and Super felt the need to share some trauma, some mental health issues, some mental health problems. And I expressed that it's not something that I necessarily want to share with chat, that trauma dumping isn't cool.
Yeah.
Because we had a light-hearted conversation. Blisters and sunburns are not the same thing as mental health.
Yeah.
Super has gotten offended by the fact that Super cannot share said issues. I've given warnings. I've now incorporated a new rule that no trauma dumping in our chat because it's not something that I'm comfortable with. I've expressed that.
Yeah.
Because it brings down chat.
Yep.
I get personally invested and it brings down me, creates uncomfortable vibes.
Yep.
It's inappropriate.
Are you a counselor?
I'm not a counselor, and I've expressed that.
Are you a licensed counselor?
I didn't even finish high school.
Are you a psychologist?
I'm not.
Then,
I just watched true crime.
Okay, so then why would somebody come here and try to dump shit on you? Like, one, man up.
I did.
No, not you. Whatever the whatever the person is, like, everybody. Okay, listen. Like, everybody has like everybody. Not you. Just
man up, Kimmy.
Just whatever. Not you. It's like the person in chat. Like, what? Just fucking. One, there's professionals for this shit.
There is.
You don't go to a random streamer like on the internet to like try to dump like drama and shit. Like, you're just fucking with the vibes of the stream. The streams are supposed to be entertaining. The streams are supposed to be for fun, to get out of to forget about like the whatever happens in the real world. That's why you go to streams, to chill and watch. But there's no reason to drama dump here. Like, if it's understandable, you don't have nobody else to drama dump, but you just want to go into a random person on the internet and do it. But that's just not, it's not cool. Because you're dragging your drama to somebody else.
Yeah.
You're fucking up with like how many people? Like 80, 90 people. I don't even know how many people you have here. But you're messing up with everybody. Like, that's a really, really weird thing to do. Because everybody here, including the streamer and everybody watching, just wants to chill and relax. And you're here like dumping drama and fucking with everybody else's entertainment. And that's not cool. Yeah. Secondly, there's people, like, just fucking Google freaking, I don't know, counselors and psychologists or whoever you want to like they get paid to do this. And there's some counselors that you don't even have to pay for. So just,
Yeah, there's resources online available for you.
Yeah.
Even if there's no one in your immediate circle who can help you, there always are resources available that you can see.
Secondly, thirdly, it's her rule. So just follow the rules. When you go to somebody else's house, you follow whatever house's rules. That's it.
If you take your shoes off at the front door, you take your shoes off at the front door.
Trying to like fight over it and trying to like change the rules is just stupid.
Well, I've created the rules specifically for this reason, because.
Fourthly, in my personal opinion, mine.
Okay, this is Wolfie's.
This is just me.
Give me that.
Okay, this is just me. You don't have to do that. This is just me, personally. As a dude, man up.
Oh, shit.
Fucking whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Go work out, go run, do something. Everybody has issues. I had issues in the past. Like, everybody has shit to go through. And personally, as for me, that's coming from me. Nothing to do with Kimmy or nothing else. Man up. Period.
Dang. When Wolfie comes in, you know it gets real. Okay, I'll stop talking about it.
Oh,
Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
Yeah.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and
need to go back.
eventually explode.
Wolfie
This
came
is where
in.
the helm comes in. It connects to
rule.
the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof
Unknown
and
stuck
immune
here.
to rust,
Unknown
making them the
can't go
perfect
anywhere.
material for our protective hood. Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass.
Oh shit!
near
Sorry,
Lost
wrong
Wing.
person. Revan, I'm
thing
sorry.
is, well, I
Unknown, can you
probably
like
should have
help me out
arranged
here?
to have the pieces we
I accidentally
need
turned out the
brought
wrong
here
person.
sooner.
Feels bad.
You
Revan,
see,
no,
a certain
no,
unwanted
Revan.
visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking
No,
in and taking
Revan.
them. It's going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
Taken down in your prime. No, I'm sorry, mate. I'm
Then I
sorry.
suppose I'd
thank
better
you.
deal with this unwanted
Swing and
visitor
miss.
for you.
This is why I'm not in
Would that
charge of
help?
the hammer, mate. This is what happens.
Very much.
My accuracy is
Thank
like
you,
60%.
I'll gather my team and head there right away.
Thanks, Unknown.
We'll meet you outside the ruins.
You've been resurrected. Appreciate you, man. You knew that wasn't for you. Yeah, nah, mate. I'm done letting people walk over me, mate. Damn done. Not gonna be tolerated. Just nah. Can you bring the puppy here, Pippi? She just woke up. She's tired. Baby. Oh, yeah, I blocked that because when the gate needs to go all the way around, it's not quite long enough. No, it hasn't. It wasn't before. Yeah, because I was trying to train her so then when the door was closed that she wouldn't scratch at the door. I was doing a little bit of training with her. Didn't work, yeah. It worked a little bit, like she started to like, after like one or two, like, hey, I get down. She's like, she got down with positive reinforcement when she would be down.
Leave anything you don't need behind.
But it's not something that I can manage when I'm streaming. I can't get the reaction time on point when I'm streaming. I think it's definitely something we can train though. Aya is a pupper. She's a doggo. Setting your boundaries as a streamer is the most important thing you can do for the sake of the stream and your mental health.
If you're ready, we leave at once.
Thank you so much. It takes a lot for me to say something like that because Wolfie calls me out for being too nice all the time. So sometimes people get away with stuff they probably shouldn't. Because I'm too nice. So for me to say something, you know, it's like something that's made me uncomfortable, you know what I'm saying? Woo!
Ready, girl?
But yeah, we went on about that for too long. I know, Unknown. Unknown, you weren't here, mate. Yeah. This is what happens. You guys took a vacay this morning. Unknown goes, oh, that happened? Hammer. Whereas I'm like, negotiation time. No, don't ever be sorry. Don't ever be sorry. It's why you're the super mod. Oh, gotta save her. Hell yeah. I got my equivalent of Gav. You know how we were like, oh, Gav's our boy? We got the dream team here.
My final
there you
message,
are,
never
Sid.
ever pretend caring
thanks
about a
so much
person
for
with
coming.
mental health issues and later
The,
shunning them. That can cause
ruins,
irreparable damages.
just over there.
Disgustingly.
As is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
It was good having you here while you were
course.
here, mate. It was good having
I'll
you
be
here
right
while you
back.
were here. Thank you for the $1 donation. I appreciate it.
Anybody home?
Oh no!
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Oh, unwanted visitor. Oh no.
Nice try.
What are you doing? Early gaming, early boss fights. Dang it, he's good, he's fast. He's fast as fuck. Ooh. Yo, welcome in. Doing so freaking good. Had a very interesting stream. But we're back to being gamers. Wait, where's the other? No, that should have honestly been a rule already. That's on me. I could have made that a rule like after the last one. Yeah, nothing happened at all. It was all in your imagination. Yeah, now it's a rule. It will be just never to come up. Because in the past, we've twice now tried to negotiate and it hasn't gone anywhere, so yeah. Live and learn. We just defeated a giant eyeball.
The
That's all
things
you
I do for you, Mid.
that's all we've done so far.
Thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Yeah, it's quite selfish, actually. Can we talk about bread now? We can. We can. I've honestly wanted to learn how to make bread, but it's just bread is so damn cheap to buy. It's just like so many hours of preparation. Is it even... We're lucky to have very good bread near us, so it's like, is there even a point? It's not going to come close. You make it a lot with your sister? Oh, your favorite bread is banana bread, dude. Banana bread is an Australian staple. They can tell you, it's in every cafe in Australia, I would say. Banana bread is a staple. Avocado toast. Straight up. Essentials. Anywhere you go in Australia, you'll be able to pretty much find those two things. Banana bread is sacred, mate. Sacred.
I think mid might need
It's top tier. Look, I don't think Wolf would agree, and he's the connoisseur of bread.
Something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
No, Wrinkles, no! Excellent.
No.
Another job well done.
Oh my
And
lord,
just
that
one
escalated
remaining.
quickly, bro.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
Oh, that's all good. Thank
Plating's
you.
enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting
Thank
out
you
enough
guys for
fire
hanging
to
out
set the
through
rest of
that.
the ship
My
ablaze.
apologies. I should have cut
Which is
that
why you need
way
proper shielding.
sooner.
A prism for the
I've learned
dragon's
that for the
breath
future.
that's blazing away inside.
But I'm
I
glad
thought
that
a
game's
triple thick
working
layer
out
of
better
tempered
for you
steel
with
might
the
do
new
it.
setting as well.
Or more of the stuff
I
that
don't
the
know
phone used,
why
but they're
frame
both too
rate
heavy.
messes up so
The
much.
helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've wrapped my brains and I just can't think
Thanks,
what would
Wolf.
do
I
it.
appreciate it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a rite of passage, I would say. You guys have been really cool about it, thank you. Oh wait, he did the same thing to another streamer? Dang, I shouldn't have tolerated it that long. Shit. Feels bad. Aw, dang. Aw, Melzy. We know Melzy.
We're seeing troops.
Oh, I did it to Melzy too. Oh, Wolfie. Wolfie's like, yeah, I knew it. Wolfie had a feeling this person was a serial trauma dumper. They got a record. You notice it did more because you dropped to 40 to 50 when playing frame rate. Yeah, yeah. It just messes with me. You know what it feels like? When you're playing on frame rate, it feels like, you know the PS1, PS2 games when you had like the little lag in between like when scenes change? That's what it feels like. And I'm like, no, I'm playing a modern game. I've experienced that enough playing retro stuff.
Do you have the moment?
I want a smooth experience.
Always.
It's the reason I play these
Actually,
games.
it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Oh wait, so she was insanely uncomfortable at the end of her stream, and he even did the same donation thing, calling her a terrible person. Wow. Melzy's a really nice person. That's fucked. Hell no. Melzy's an angel.
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next?
Well, the person seemed pretty
What are
chill
these
at first.
notes around the edges?
She has some
Just like
specific
Final
requirements
Fantasy.
for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat
But
on
yeah,
the inside.
that's awful. Not
And
tolerated.
yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection it requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obolus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
Ooh, you could probably do like eccentric, unknown, shiny.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do.
Because
I'll be
shiny
heading
would
to
want to
market
know
for the
about
ingredients we need.
that as well.
I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always.
Yeah, I hope they do an update.
Well,
Gail, I
if
really
Jill's
hope they do.
game.
Thank you.
Because yeah, it's exactly
I'm
like
sure
that on PS1
either
especially.
of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Well, we've got a little circle of friends at the moment. So Twitch introduced a little while back, like, it's not like a shared ban thing, but it shows an alert if somebody has been banned in a friend's stream as an indication of someone who's caused trouble before. So we have that with like our group of friends at the moment. So that helps for the most part and keeps the community pretty chill now.
So, Clive.
So that's
have you
actually a
made your
feature we
decision?
have already.
Who will
It's kind of like
accompany
it is like a
on your
red
little
flag
excursion?
feature. Jill or Taya? Oh, we've not spent any time with Taya, but what if we stay with Jill and then it strengthens our bond? Hold up. Battle of the waifus. What if we strengthen our... Hold up. Dating sim time. Cut the combo. You chose Jill for that. But do I do, like, well, the thing is we don't really speak with Taya that much. So it'd be interesting. But no, dude, Gav, like, cut their kiss short and I'm devastated. It might not happen. This is like the whole Aerith and Tifa thing, hey? Can we romance Gav? Bromance, maybe. Okay, Jill.
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited.
Yeah, second
Effects for which
playthrough,
they were
Taya.
once highly prized.
I'm
So much
devastated
so, in
at
fact,
our
that they were
at
harvested
Gav
almost
walking
to
in and
extinction.
ruining the moment.
Hence, moon dews having fallen from favor.
They're my main
Now,
ship.
of course, they
Can't
can be
ignore.
obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
Till then.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Taya.
Aya, down. 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 Good girl. Good girl, Aya. Thank you. We don't scratch doors, please. Make for the markets. Okay. Go all the way over here. Oh, thanks, son, for the follow. I appreciate it.
Now, where's Jill?
Where's Jill?
List.
The glass gate.
Oh, you're gonna choose.
Nice and chilled.
I'll tell you for the second playthrough.
Jill. Nuts.
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
That's not split up. Let's look
What am I looking for?
How about you look for the pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Why do we have to split up? You hurt me so, Jill.
Up! You'll not find a bruised minute. Fresh cuts. Come and get them before they're gone.
You have a
Oh,
nudge,
it's a
but
hard
you're free
choice.
to look. I trust it's all here.
Oh, I can't toggle by them. We can hang out together.
What do you want? If that's what you want. Go on. Take it.
Thanks,
Good
mate.
riddance.
That's everything.
Good
Let's see how
riddance.
Jill's getting on.
Hello, Aya. Jill.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Oh, there we go. Hand it over.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this
Aya.
into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool.
Yeah, Jill was the way to go for sure.
But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
We're going for a walk. You know what walks lead to. Ladder walk, walk flatter, flattery walk. That's the way that we've learned from dating sims, dude.
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once.
You're in, son. You're
Just
in.
being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells?
Go,
How could I
Clive.
forget? What with Torgal's antics.
I was
Remember
going
how
to,
his nose
right?
would prick up at the scent of sausages. He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him.
But I'd hate
Wouldn't
for their
catch you now,
relationship
would we,
not
boy?
to blossom because we didn't choose the option.
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share
Yeah,
one
dating
with me.
senses
would.
started tingling, exactly.
Thank you.
And I saw some bread.
Oh, look how much bread she got. Oh, what a legend.
Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make.
Okay.
What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just...
Oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive.
Come on. Come on. Dead air. Fuck off. Ah. Dead air. Mate. They're just looking at each other and it's just silent and awkward.
Well, I
Ah,
suppose we best be
moment.
getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia.
Yeah, when nothing's
I'll see you at the
happening. Like a podcast term.
I will.
When they're not saying anything on the podcast, it's like it's dead air, it's awkward. I do love this music so much though. Alright, I'm just gonna quickly check on Aya. I'll be right back. Clive, what the hell was that? I'm angry. This guy has all of the opportunities. She is into him. He just not making a single move. She even leaned in one time and he didn't do anything. Devastated. I was about to say even Squall, but you know what? Squall was just as bad, to be honest. This is just a slow burn. This is just a slow burn. God damn it, Clive. Yeah, Captain. More 16.
I wonder how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
Hopefully, if that doesn't happen...
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
Nice. You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
Tarja's so badass.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
Hmm?
Thank you.
Tarja's so awesome.
Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame.
Bro.
I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready,
He can't
it will
take
merely
it.
be a matter
It's
of
not
applying the one to the other.
I don't know if it's his own
Followed
personal reasons.
by a
that he
rigorous
won't.
process of testing and retesting, of course.
Bro,
Perhaps
I'm trying not to be
someone ought
pissed.
to warn
I'm
young
not
men
trying to
of
be
that.
upset.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates.
So many signs. They literally almost kissed. And it's just never happened again. It's just like it didn't happen. It's like, hello? You're not gonna address that you literally almost
Well,
kissed?
I better go and give Mid the good news then.
No? Okay. Single independent man? Maybe. Maybe. I feel like he just, I don't know, he's so focused on his mission that he can't see what's in front of him right now. Like, he's so focused on trying to, like, make the world better for bearers. That he's so laser focused on his goal that he's not noticing all of the signs from Jill. Unless they're literally right in his freaking face. And even then, only one of them he's recognized.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
I'm just going to say it's more tunnel vision.
You'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat.
Defeating Ultima's
That
Eternal.
should provide the protection
the
you
goal.
need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant. I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then. Better start working out how to bolt all these bits together.
After 8 p.m. she can't have any more food, and after midnight no water. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the rules. So gotta make sure she has her dinner right on time.
You know, when I
And she has
got
enough
into the
food
smithing
for
game,
like until the morning.
I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Didgeridoo-dahs?
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is.
A what?
Let's take this outside.
I
You get all
feel
the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest salmon you can find. This is going to
I
require
feel like
some
Blackthorn is like
precision
opened up
walloping.
a lot. Like, you're seeing his sense of humor a little bit more. He's like not, he's got a tough exterior, but he's like kind of showing that soft side a little bit more. It's been cool to see him grow too. Like, the characters slowly. He's like a teddy bear on the inside. Yeah, he cares about everyone in this place. He's got a tough exterior, but he's a teddy bear underneath it, for sure. And Gav's just a legend. Talia's a badass. Even Karen as well. Like, they've got such great characters here.
It's finally finished.
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer
It's
arm
like
for
Sam
weeks.
from Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
Thank you, Clive,
Just
Blackthorn,
loyal
everyone.
friend.
That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Go mad.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
Oh, so that's so cute. So he's pretending he broke his arm. So he's like, he's gonna sling up his arm. So he's like, oh, I can't work. And so he's working on it in secret.
Help to build.
What a legend. I think that's what he means.
What's the matter?
He's gonna sling up his arm so he can just work on that in secret.
Nothing. Just daydreaming.
What a champion.
Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was.
Yeah.
And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Omelette.
Meg told me she was building a ship.
All right, Clive. Asterix. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Their voices remind me of 12. Yeah, it definitely has that, like a 12 vibe to me.
Obelus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are ya? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens.
Oh, dang, what a legend.
Got a letter for you.
A letter?
Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Oh,
thank you, Obelus.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
Request for assistance. My dear boy, my journey to Canva has been a resounding success. My friend and I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strongbox with us, but his considerable knowledge of the goings-on in the free cities, by which I learned of the endeavours of a certain young friend of yours. Though I, for one, believe Miss Tellerman's project to be quite valiant enterprise, I doubt the Canberran authorities will take kindly to the unauthorized use of their dockyards, no matter how deserted, and if rumour has already reached my friend, it may not be long before guildmasters are rapping at our door. Which is why I pen you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon or two, that he might keep watch for those who might mean our little fellowship ill, and warn us of any impending attack. I trust that you will give this proposal your full consideration, your loving
Trouble in
uncle.
Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
Oh, cute. Go, Gav. Go, son.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Got to admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in and all that bollocks.
No.
Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
No, she's usually good with that, babe.
We all set to
I don't know
head
if
to
she's
the
on
old
vacation or
hideaway.
something.
I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
says hi. Okay, cool. It's like, it's blasphemous that I, like, touched my own hair. It's like a hairdressing thing. Do you think she would care? I think she would care. It's like, I cut and dyed my own hair. So it's like blasphemous. I'm like, don't tell her hairdressing. I was just testing if I could do it myself, and it didn't turn out badly. And I'm like, shh. Yeah. Good girl, I am. Good girl. Love the music here. The music in this is fantastic. This might be one of my favorite, like, games.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
Oh, he could rock it. It would just grow too quickly, though. And his hair's got a natural wave to it. When he grows it, it gets just extremely wavy. He kind of already has that vibe, though.
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
To get Clive's hair, he'd have to straighten
his
hair.
And see how you were all
and then add
doing
texture
before
spray.
heading off to restock my supplies.
And probably a bit of wax. Like old pomade or something. That's doable, but it's too much work for a wolf. He just likes to wake up and run his hands through his hair and then done.
It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on.
Yeah.
And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our
they
mission
make every
remains
character
unchanged.
distinct in their own way, own personalities, style.
We cannot stop until every mother crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
The characters in this are fantastic.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place.
Yeah, the character designs are
That'll
great.
stop you. But we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goots.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot.
So happy. So happy. We must protect him at all costs.
There's a caravan
Protect
that
him
runs
at all
back and
costs.
forth between the Dominion and the Bocklab markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way.
Pure.
It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And
Golden Retriever
glad to have
energy,
you with
yep.
us, Goot.
Oh, okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Buckland. Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill,
He's so
you're
happy.
with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
Go, Gav. Go, son. Even the way he walks, he's so proud and he's so happy.
Do you see that, Sid?
He's so jolly.
Protégé's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
He sings and he's like, if he skipped, I would not be surprised. Pure Golden Retriever energy. Goots is amazing. Love him so much. Cool. Well, eventful day today. I've got to help out with the liar, so I'm gonna stop the stream around here. So we'll just land in this new location. Yeah, Aya's getting a little frisky. I gotta take her for her zoomies and play with Aya. Today's been a bit of a whirlwind, honestly. Some unforeseen circumstances. But we've come out stronger, I feel. So we'll continue with the quest onward tomorrow. Of course, I'll get our... What? Get our save in. What? I'm unable to save it this time.
How are you feeling?
What do you mean?
Better. Thanks to Tom.
That's what I thought. I can't save. No, we're good. Dang, level 33. GG's. Killing it. Alrighty, thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Didn't you, boy?
And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take it easy, fam. Bye.